welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a look at, well, the really rapidly expanding world of artificial intelligence and how it's weaving its way into just about every aspect of our lives, our industries.
It really is. I mean, keeping up with all the AI developments can feel like a full-time job sometimes.
Definitely. The speed is something else, from everyday products to, complex global supply chains.
It's everywhere.
And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We've got this comprehensive report. It was prepared by Tana for the MHI and WRC team. It's from June 2021.
Right. So while that might seem like a little while ago in tech years,
Yeah, exactly.
it actually gives us some really solid insights into where AI was heading, and a lot of it is still incredibly relevant.
Totally. So our mission here is to pull out the most interesting, the most relevant takeaways. How's AI being used across consumer stuff, business, supply chains? Basically give you a shortcut.
A shortcut to understanding the key trends, the potential impact, without getting totally bogged down in the technical jargon.
That's exactly. Okay, so let's unpack this. Where do we start? Maybe with how things are getting done more efficiently.
Yeah, that's a huge theme in the report, how AI algorithms are, seriously boosting operational efficiency, streamlining processes all over the place.
Like AI is the hidden engine making things run better.
Pretty much. Think manufacturing, delivery, the whole supply chain. AI is becoming this optimization layer.
Okay, so give us some specifics from the report. Manufacturing.
Right. So Siemens Industrial Edge, that's their platform for bringing IT onto the factory floor. They teamed up with Google Cloud.
Okay.
And the goal is data-driven manufacturing tools, using real-time data processing to constantly fine-tune production lines.
So getting that data right where it's needed instantly.
Exactly. Imagine always having the most up-to-date info to make things run smoother. It means detecting anomalies almost instantly.
Proactive adjustments, not just reacting after something breaks.
Precisely. That shift from reaction to prediction, that's fundamental. It could mean, way better output, much less waste.
And it's not just stuck in the factory, right?
Yes.
The whole supply chain is involved.
Oh, yeah. The report mentions a company called Adabotics. They do these AI-driven 3D robotic systems for warehouses. Really innovative stuff.
3D robotic systems, what does that look like?
Think sort of like a dense grid structure. Robots move within it, grabbing bins. They've essentially redesigned the warehouse. The report says it uses 85% less space than traditional setups.
85%. That's incredible, like an ant farm for inventory.
Kind of, and it's scalable. They're working with places like Atlamel and the Alberta Machine Intelligence Institute to make it even smarter.
Focusing on what? IoT, human-machine interaction.
Yeah, all of that. Internet of Things connectivity, better interfaces, advanced data analytics. It's a really holistic approach to using AI in logistics.
Okay, so goods are made efficiently, stored efficiently.
Yeah.
What about moving them?
Logistics platforms are getting smarter too. The report talks about Gokia Logistics in India.
Yeah.
They use AI to optimize hyperlocal delivery. Those really local, quick deliveries in cities like Hyderabad, Kolkata, Bangalore.
Offering specific services like super fast options.
Right. They have things like Now Express 45. And it integrates directly with ordering systems through APIs.
So different software talking to each other automatically?
Yep. Makes the whole thing seamless, end-to-end supply chain management powered by AI. This focus on hyperlocal really taps into that consumer demand for speed, right?
Definitely. Especially in dense cities. AI handles the dynamic routing, the tracking.
Makes the whole network more agile, more responsive.
Even fundamental stuff like ocean shipping is changing.
Yeah. Bearing.ai shipping. They use AI deep learning, specifically and real data, to predict fuel consumption and ideal speeds for ships.
Wow.
It even figures out optimized routes considering the weather. It was in closed beta then, but the potential for savings and environmental benefits, it's huge.
Absolutely. Better fuel efficiency, smarter routes, that's a big deal for sustainability too.
It really is. Analyzing all that complex data to find optimizations humans might miss. That's where AI shines.
Yeah, you're right. So the goods finally arrive. What about inside the warehouse?
More robots. DHL Supply Chain was working with Locus Robotics. The plan was to deploy up to 2,000 AI-powered robots.
2,000. Doing what?
Assisting human workers, mainly with e-commerce tasks like picking items and replenishing stock.
So not replacing people, but helping them.
Exactly. Reducing the physical strain, increasing speed and efficiency, which is critical for keeping up with online shopping demands.
That DHL and Locus partnership sounds like a good example of humans and AI working together.
It really is. Automating the repetitive, physically tough stuff makes the whole operation more effective and safer for the workers, too.
Okay, so big theme number one, AI as this efficiency engine behind the scenes. Got it. Let's pivot a bit. How is AI affecting the actual products we use and how we interact with them?
Right. This is where it gets more personal for the consumer. The report shows AI driving innovation in, like, product consumption itself and personalization, especially in food and beverage.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Shaping the products, changing how we find them.
Exactly. So, food examples. Danone North America partnered with a company called Brightseed, using AI to enhance vegan dairy products.
Enhanced how, though, does it say?
The report doesn't detail the exact how for Danone, but the implication is using AI to maybe identify plant-based compounds that mimic dairy better or optimize formulations.
Okay, interesting. What else?
There's Valio's The Bar, a chocolate bar developed with input from both humans and AI.
AI designed chocolate.
Seems like it. And Not Creme, the chickpea-based alt cream, also mentioned AI improvements, plus vegan donuts, AI-created meatless tenders.
So AI is becoming like a food scientist assistant, optimizing taste, nutrition.
Pretty much. Analyzing huge data sets on ingredients, nutrition, consumer preferences,
Yeah.
helping create new things that hit those health and flavor marks. It's pushing the boundaries.
And it's not just the food itself, but how we shop for it.
Right. There's an AI assistant called Buzzo from Haptic. It acts like an in-store helper for online shopping.
How does that work? Voice commands.
Yeah, you can use voice commands to navigate products. Buzzo uses the metadata, all the underlying info about the products, to give recommendations, even upsell suggestions.
That makes so much sense for e-commerce. Fills that gap of not having a real person there to ask.
Exactly. It uses natural language processing to understand what you want. Makes online shopping feel more intuitive, especially since, as the report notes, millennials increasingly prefer digital shopping.
Okay, this next one sounds like a lifesaver for some people. AI for dietary needs.
Yes, honeycomb.ai. They use AI to scan restaurant menus and predict what's suitable based on your specific dietary restrictions.
That is brilliant, because trying to figure that out from a standard menu can be impossible sometimes.
It really addresses a big information gap. Think allergies, intolerances, specific diets. This gives people confidence when eating out.
It empowers them to make informed choices easily. Love that. And AI in beauty.
Kiehl's was implementing Skin Match Technology's AI software. Basically, a digital skincare quiz.
Another quiz.
But this one uses AI to analyze your answers about skin concerns, preferences, even allergies, to give really personalized product recommendations.
And tailored descriptions of why it's recommended.
Exactly. It takes personalization and beauty to a much more precise level, makes customers feel understood.
So from vegan dairy to skincare advice, AI is really tailoring the consumer experience. Okay, let's shift again. What about modern life challenges, remote work, daily routines?
Yeah, the report touches on how AI is helping with those too, making daily life a bit smoother, more productive, often in subtle ways.
Like noise cancellation. That's become huge with remote work.
Definitely. Google Meet using AI for ambient noise reduction, total lifesaver on calls.
Oh, yeah?
And products like Redux Buds with AI active noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Plus headsets like the Logitech Zone Wired, which is Team certified, and software like Crisp, all using AI to filter out background noise.
It tackles that big work-from-home challenge. Focus and clear communication in noisy environments.
Became pretty essential tools for a lot of people.
And at home, even chores are getting smarter. Robot vacuums.
Right. The DreamBot L10 Pro uses AI for real-time mapping.
Yep.
It can actually recognize and avoid obstacles, furniture, cables, slippers.
Not just bumping around randomly anymore.
Nope, it's a big leap. Makes them much more effective, less of a novelty and more of a genuinely useful tool. Frees up time.
Okay. What about AI in public spaces for safety? Temperature scanning.
Yeah, the Fever-Worn 1100A, AI-powered non-invasive temperature scanning for entryways. Quick readings, alerts, data tracking.
Reflecting that increased focus on health protocols, especially back in 2021, but still relevant.
Exactly, a non-intrusive way to monitor things at scale.
And AI helping with presentations. Seriously.
Yeah. Microsoft Word's transform feature. It takes a Word doc and turns it into a PowerPoint presentation.
How? Does it just dump the text onto slides?
No, it's smarter than that. It suggests relevant images, videos, themes, fonts, analyzes the content.
Okay, that sounds like a massive time saver. No more staring at a blank slide deck.
Right. Automates a pretty time-consuming, sometimes tedious task, lets you focus on the actual message.
And even our phone keyboards are getting an AI upgrade.
Yep, the TypeWise app update, it had a different layout, honeycomb style, plus better AI autocorrect and language detection, aiming for faster typing, fewer typos.
Makes you wonder why the standard QWERTY layout has stuck around so long on phones.
Well, AI is helping optimize even those basic interactions now. Small improvements, but they add up when you type all day.
Okay, so AI is making work smoother, homes cleaner, communication clearer,
Mm.
even typing faster. Right, final theme. AI and sustainability in business.
Yeah, this is a really important one, how AI can help tackle environmental challenges and push for more sustainable practices.
The report mentions more B2B companies focusing on waste reduction,
Exactly. Businesses specializing in helping other businesses cut waste. It signals that broader shift towards a circular economy idea.
where waste isn't just trash, but maybe a resource.
Precisely. And AI is key here, identifying where waste happens, optimizing resource use, connecting businesses for recycling or repurposing.
Got a concrete example.
Coles, the Australian grocer, partnering with AI firm Relex Solutions for cloud-based replenishment of fresh produce.
How does the AI help there?
It analyzes tons of data, whether past sales, local events, holidays, to predict demand much more accurately.
Leading to less over-ordering and less food waste.
Exactly. Less spoilage. It's a win for Kohl's financially, a win for the environment, and, a win for customers who get fresher food.
That's a perfect example of AI optimizing for sustainability. What else?
Really innovative stuff like Queen of Raw. They use AI and blockchain to create a marketplace for fashion industry waste like leftover fabrics.
Selling scraps, basically, but
Yeah.
smartly.
Yeah, finding value in what used to be discarded. And there are apps like Goemti using AI to help consumers reduce their own food waste at home, promoting mindfulness.
So it's connecting different parts of the waste stream and encouraging better habits.
Right. And the report notes that pressure from eco-conscious consumers is really driving brands to adopt these kinds of AI-powered green initiatives.
Okay, one last interesting bit. Smart AI packaging.
Yeah, Illing Company Inc. was focusing on this, using AI to make packaging itself more functional, more interactive.
How so? Like QR codes plus AI.
Kind of, but potentially more integrated, enabling, say, direct brand-to-consumer dialogue through the package, verifying authenticity, delivering localized content.
Anti-counterfeiting, maybe?
That too. And even using AI to optimize the packaging design itself for sustainability, less material, easier recycling, making the product life cycle smarter.
Wow. Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up,
Yeah.
it's crystal clear AI isn't just science fiction anymore.
Not at all. It's here now. A tangible tool that's really fundamentally reshaping how we live, how businesses run, how we interact with everything.
We've seen it driving efficiency, boosting personalization, solving daily hassles, and even helping with sustainability.
The sheer breadth of applications is striking. From huge industrial processes down to, filtering noise on your calls, it's incredibly versatile.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. We've looked at these applications from, well, a little while back technically, but many still developing now. How might they evolve further?
Right. What surprising new ways might AI get integrated into our lives, into industries in the next few years?
What are the unexpected benefits we might see? Or maybe what are the unforeseen challenges that could pop up as AI gets even more deeply embedded everywhere?
Yeah, those are the big questions, aren't they? The long-term societal, economic impacts. It's definitely something we need to keep discussing and thinking about critically.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the fascinating, fast-moving world of AI applications.
Hope it gave you some useful insights.
We definitely encourage you to stay curious, keep exploring these topics. There's always more to learn.